Good afternoon, everybody. This is Gina Knight with Remax Finest, and I'm hosting this week's episode of The Flavor of Crossville. And today I have a yummy guest with us, Justin and Jenna Owens. They are from California. They moved here in 2018. So what brought you guys to Crossville?
You answer.
Well, the long story short is that God made it very clear and apparent that he wanted us to come out here. We had never even been to Tennessee at the point in which we decided that we were indeed going to move here. We found ourselves needing to find a new home, and we knew we were going to have to move in general, but we didn't have an idea that it would be out this far until a random guy at a gas station said that he was following what God had to say to Jenna, and let her know that this thing that was in the back of her head that she'd been considering, that God was telling him to tell her that she needed to go ahead and do it. And that basically led to us coming here.
Yeah. That's exciting. That's exciting. They say this is God's country.
Yeah.
I've been here for about 25 years, and I agree. So that makes perfect sense to have a calling to this area. So welcome to Crossville.
Thank you.
So obviously you saw a need when you came here, or something. What made you decide to get into cupcakes?
I'm probably gonna cry. I always cry when I say this. So when I was in high school, I loved cake decorating and just playing around with cake and different designs, and I always loved watching Food Network and watching cake decorating shows and stuff. And I just knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was trying to think of other ways to like financially meet our needs, and I thought like, well, what if I was able to stay at home with my kids and then do cake decorating and cupcakes and baked goodies for people. And so we kind of just took a leap of faith doing it, and we started that in 2016 in California, and it took off. And then God called us to Tennessee, and so it was kind of like, oh no, what are we gonna do, because we're doing really well with this out here. And so we had to start all over again, but God took care of us, and now I'm busier than ever.
Great. So the name, I love it, Sprinkled Blonde. So how did you come up with that?
Oh gosh. Well, so I have an obsession with sprinkles and
glitter, right?
And glitter, and I've been known to be blonde and have my blonde moments, and so it kind of just worked out.
So, and you have two young kids. So you have a 7 and a 5-year-old.
Yes.
So your 5-year-old's a girl. Does she love to help mom with the business?
Yes, both of the kids love to help. My daughter loves to help mix the cake batter, and my son loves to help decorate.
And they both love to help taste test.
I would have thought it'd be the other way around. That's funny. That's very funny.
Yeah,
so you do this business from home.
Yes.
And so that is exciting. So it gives you the opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And my kids are all kind of spread apart, but I've been very blessed for the most part to be an entrepreneur and be with my kids. Not as much now, of course. My youngest is 18, so he doesn't matter anyway. No, just kidding. But he got a lot of my time when he was younger. But it is important to be home with your kids, and I think teaching them an entrepreneurial spirit is very important, especially in this day and age, to raise them to think outside the box. And so I think that's very awesome. So my events coordinator, Kara Johnson, she has raved about how moist your cupcakes are. So what's your secret?
I can't share that.
I was trying.
But
so I know you made everything custom to order. So
Yeah.
What are some of the wildest orders that you've been requested to make?
I don't know if I should share this, but I've been requested to make a bachelorette themed boob cake. it didn't
Okay.
actually follow through. So thank God I did not have to make it. But
Have you done like some breast cancer awareness type?
I've done breast cancer awareness cakes.
Excellent.
They were a little less risque than the bachelorette party cake. But other than that, I haven't
There's been a couple where like, haven't you like incorporated like a bottle of somebody's favorite alcohol?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like, put it.
Make it look like a whiskey barrel and then put the bottles on it and make little ice cubes out of Jello. And so probably like that might be the craziest, but everything else is pretty standard.
So what are some of the types of events that you have provided cupcakes and cakes for?
Everything: birthday parties, retirement parties, weddings, classroom parties, events.
So do you think with COVID that cupcakes have become more of a thing than cakes?
Not really.
For like a business event kind of thing, or like some sort of large gathering with a purpose like that, maybe. But for special occasions and celebrations, I think it's still more cakes. But we also do cakesicles, and those get requested quite a bit too. It's like a big cake pop. But yeah, those kind of I guess feel a little bit interchangeable with like cupcakes. But it's something different people do sometimes.
Yeah, because those ones are
Cool.
individually wrapped.
Okay, so can people see pictures of some of the things you've done on your Facebook page?
Yes, everything. I try to post at least once or twice a week, but sometimes I forget to. But yeah, I post everything that I've done on there, as long as it's like not an inappropriate cake like we talked about earlier.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
So I know that they can find your products at either the Lace Emporium and the Lace Place and Chocolate Emporium. I know that's over there off by Jeff Woods Construction in that area. And then the Briar Patch, where's that at?
That's located next to, I believe is it Stonehouse Winery by Stone High School?
Okay, I know where it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So you provide products there that they could walk in and buy.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I have a little fridge set up.
And then also the Cornerstone frozen yogurt.
Yes.
And I understand that they can also find you in Fairfield at the farmers market on Saturdays. True?
Sometimes.
We're going there about once a month.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we'd like to do it more often, but staying busy with orders that are typically on the weekends makes it a little bit harder to get out.
More challenging, right?
On a regular basis. So we're trying to do it at least once a month right now. And then sometimes with other events kind of like that, like the crossings in Crossville, we've done that a couple times and stuff too.
So do you ever participate in some of the events like Fridays on down in Main Street or any of that stuff?
The Crossroads, yeah, I've done that. When we first moved here, we signed up to do when Buck Creek Ranch had a Christmas show. That's really how I was able to start and get like my name out there. But yeah, we've set up at different events like that. Okay, and what about, you mentioned you've done some charity work with breast cancer awareness. What other kind of, have you been involved in any other charitable events or?
Didn't we do something one time that was like a fundraiser for somebody, or we like a portion of it? It was like a benefit. Yeah, somebody planned something and it was like allowed to be auctioned off to somebody or something like that. Remember? I think that was through Buck Creek too, maybe, or somebody.
Probably was. Yes, it was for somebody's child was born premature, and so they were trying to raise money to help the family out, and so we donated some cupcakes for them to sell those and raise money.
And we have done like kind of personally where we've made sure that we donate a portion of things towards things at different times. That's nothing that's been like announced or like asked for the public to help or anything like that.
Right.
We do that, and we are actually going to look for an opportunity to do something where people would know that like a portion is, going to go towards some sort of cause or something. Where that's one of the things we've talked about over the last couple of months.
So that's one thing I love about Tennessee, and I know you guys have only been here, few short years. Way back in 2000, and now I'm gonna cry. Way back in 2008, my youngest, literally, we signed a contract to buy a house for my daughter in Knoxville for her to go to college, and the next day, my then 5-year-old was diagnosed with leukemia, and if you remember, '08 was when the big crash hit, and we owned a roofing company. That was our sole support at the time. And so literally the phone stopped ringing. We just bought another house, and our son was diagnosed, and he was very sick. He had like 15 transfusions in 14 days. I mean, he was so sick that he couldn't even be diagnosed till he got the transfusions. So one thing I was so touched. And I have a personality that, not everybody loves. You either love me or hate me. There's no medium. And despite feelings, they had a huge benefit for my son, for us, because it was $50 round trip to go to Knoxville. And that he spent the first month in East Tennessee Children's Hospital. He didn't even get to come home. And Tennessee is just phenomenal. They raised thousands of dollars to help us get through that. And then by the grace of God, our roofing company came back, because we didn't do a lot of new construction, and we just had record year after record year. And after 3 years of chemo, he's fine. Now he's 18, 10 feet tall, bulletproof. That's a whole other story. But Tennessee definitely has a heart for giving, and that's probably why you were called here. It seems like you have the same heart, and the people are phenomenal, and we welcome entrepreneurial spirits like yourself. And I look forward to tasting some of your very tasty cupcakes. And so people can find you on Facebook and Instagram. Where do they find it? What do you go under?
You just search Sprinkled Blonde.
Sprinkled Blonde. Okay. And your phone number where they can reach you directly?
What's that?
The phone number they can reach you at directly?
Yes, it's on all my information. Contact information's listed right there on my Facebook page.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I truly appreciate the opportunity to meet you guys. I look forward to doing it in person.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to talk with us and show a little bit more of the flavor of Crossville. And I want to thank Kara for highlighting your company. I love to see entrepreneurial women, and I love to see businesses at home. Crossville's very good for that with the no zoning. So basically you're free to do whatever, and that's very exciting. And it gives us all an opportunity. It levels the playground. You don't have to jump through a bunch of red tape to be able to do a business like that.
Right.
So anything else you'd like to share with us?
If anybody is watching this, when they go to place an order, if they decide to, I'm booking about a month in advance right now. Like I've already started booking for next year. So just give me time to get their names on the books and everything.
The earlier you get your order in, the better.
Yeah. If it's
that's great to know. What's the largest order you've ever done?
So I just did a wedding, and they got a big 2-tier cake that feeds about 70 people and 150 mini pies that were all individually wrapped. And so that was an experience.
How
long does it take you to put an order like that together?
It's kind of like off and on throughout the week. There's times where you might stop and be working on some other orders and things like that. But the process really starts, if that's I think that was a Saturday wedding. Yeah. So there's a piece of it being done Monday through Saturday, typically, whether that's prep or baking or coating,
crumb coating,
final coat or design or what have you. But yeah, I think we've I think some of our largest orders have been around $500 to $600 for an order.
Yeah.
But those were
awesome. So I'm gonna have to get with you in advance to make Remix cupcakes, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
You can make the balloon for us, the big balloon.
Yeah, definitely.
So, okay, well, I will hold you to that, and I'm going to look forward to it. And I really, again, thank you so much for taking time out. I look forward to working with you guys in the future. People, Sprinkled Blonde, there you go. Cupcakes and cakes and cake pops. And find them on Facebook and Instagram. And you guys enjoy this gorgeous day. And I hope you don't work too hard in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great one.
You too.